We're live.
All praises to the Most High. We are here for another history class. This Pagan Friday night is the fourth night according to the heavens, right? Not the Sabbath, not Shabbat Shalom. We are in the middle of 6 days of labor. New Moon Day was Pagan Tuesday, right? And we're going into understanding that tonight.
Right. This is the feast day mishap of how to get to, you know what I'm saying, count and observe the days to get to the feast days of the Lord, which is Leviticus 23 and various other scriptures, because it ain't only in Leviticus 23 that the Lord's feast days are mentioned, right? But it's a big controversy out here, right? Give me that real quick, bro. Ezekiel chapter 44 and 20, what is it, 23, right? And it's supposed to be a controversy. It's supposed to be an uprising about this, man. When is the Sabbath? When is the new moon? When is the, you know what I'm saying, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Passover, and Day of Atonement, and, Feast of Tabernacles, and how do you get to those feast days? By calculation of what? Is it by the pagan calendar that the so-called white man created, who is not holy, right? Equinoxes, which is not listed in the scriptures, which is not holy, or is it by thus saith, you know what I'm saying? The Holy Bible gonna say it all, man. It is what it is, man. When we go over this topic numerous and various times, you know what I'm saying? So this, and we have to do this. It is necessary. It is necessary. A couple brothers said it's a minute thing, but it's not a minute thing. The Holy Sabbath, the feast days of the Lord, those are commandments, right? So, yeah, bro, go ahead and read that real quick.
Yes, sir. We're in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 44 and verse 23. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and profane, and cause men to discern between the unclean and the clean.
Right?
Verse 24, and in controversy they shall stand in judgment, and they shall judge it according to my judgments.
Right? According to the scriptures, man. That's what it means when we should judge it according to his judgments, not other sources. That's what it's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Judge it according to his judgment, like Deuteronomy 1 and 16 say. Go ahead.
And they shall keep my laws and my statutes in all mine assemblies, and they shall hallow my Sabbaths.
Right. My laws and my statutes, right? The statutes for the new moon day, statutes for the feast of Passover and unleavened bread. The feast of tabernacles, it has statutes, meaning getting, you know what I'm saying, dwelling in booths 7 days, right? And the first and the last day of Feast of Tabernacles is High Holy Sabbaths, day 15 and day 22. You get that in Leviticus 23, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? They don't say 14 and 21. But this is a problem, because brothers say 7, 7, 7, 7. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. When you go, let's go there real quick. Genesis chapter 1, right? Genesis chapter 1 and verse. Let's start with it, bro. Everybody starts at, because this is where everyone known to start at when we first come into the knowledge of the truth. When we're speaking about the feast days, right? This is the time of the creation, the 7-day creation, right? Or 6-day creation. 7 day he rested, right? It was 6 days he created, 7 days he rested, right? Now, let's see what he established to be the timepiece within the 7 days. This is law. This is law. He created a time source to be observed and calculated within those 6 days of labor that of his creation, right? Genesis 1:14, bro.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
So you let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years. Now check this out. It said, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven. He gave an order for those lights to be put in the firmament. To be placed in the firmament, man. You know what I'm saying? He gave, that was the order. That wasn't the creation of those lights. That was not the creation, but that's what we were taught coming into knowledge of the truth. That's not the creation of the lights. That was the lights being commanded to be placed within the firmament. Read it again, bro. Read it again.
Right. Genesis 1:14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven.
He let the lights be where?
In the firmament of the heaven.
That's the commandment, for them to be placed in the firmament of the heaven. The firmament was created, you know what I'm saying? When you go, it was
the second day.
The second day, right?
In the heavens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Verse 8, right? Go ahead and read that real quick.
Verse 8, Genesis 1:8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day.
Right. So now we're getting down to him placing the lights inside of the firmament in verse 14. He placed the lights in the firmament. The lights, and this is something we know precept must be upon precept. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Let's go to verse 1, man. Let's go to verse 1. They say verse 3 is Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna just jump straight to the chase. You know what I'm saying? Our people crazy as hell. They're trying to make that Saturday stick, that 7-day theory, like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Our people always quote Tupac. If it's the fake Christians, they quote what's the Tupac thing? Only God could judge me.
God can judge me.
And what's the other one?
Unconditional love.
God damn, my brother here know. Unconditional love, bro. We always quote Tupac verses. Now, you know what I'm saying?
7-day theory.
The 7-day theory, bruh. Like, damn, bruh. It has nothing to do with a pagan calendar, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The Lord created the timepieces that we should observe and calculate our days, time, season, and years and within those 6 days of creation, bruh.
Right. Within.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to read verse 1. Go ahead.
Right. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
God created the heaven. Now it's saying created. You see that word there? That word is loud and proud. God created the heaven and the earth.
Yeah, don't say created in verse 14.
No. You know what I'm saying? He said, let there be lights in the firmament in verse 14. God created the heaven and the earth, right? And this is not talking about the third heavens. You know what I'm saying? He was the throne of God's glory was already established, you know what I'm saying? Which is above the heaven that it's talking about right here. We're going to get that understanding, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's get the throne of God's glory real quick in Wisdom of Solomon chapter, I think it's 8, but let me make sure. Because I not got my briefs up together. I'm freestyling, y'all. And this is a good thing. I'm saying, the Lord said He gonna put His in that hour. He gonna put His words in your mouth. All right. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9. It's 9. I'm sorry. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 and verse 10. We're gonna cut straight to the point.
Right. Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocryphal chapter.
Just talking about wisdom. Go ahead.
Chapter 9 and verse 10. Oh, send her out of thy holy heavens.
Holy heavens. This is not talking. This is the third heavens. That's what it. See, this is different from the heaven that is talking about in Genesis 1:1. Send her out from your holy heavens, the third heavens. Go ahead.
And from the throne of thy glory.
From the throne of thy glory. Right. Now let's go to Psalm chapter 8, verse 1. Psalms chapter 8, verse 1. From the throne of thy glory, right? Send her from thy holy heavens, from the throne of thy glory. You know what I'm saying? That's 8 1.
Right, Psalms chapter 8, verse 1. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who has set thy glory above the heavens.
He said his glory, the glory of his throne, above what?
Above the heavens.
Above the heavens. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about the sun and moon star, the constellations right there. You know what I'm saying? The constellations. He said his glory of his thrones above the heavens. So when we're reading Genesis 1 and 1, it's talking about the heavens, the sun, moon, and stars. That's what it's talking about, man. Right? Go to verse 3. This is how we know.
Right, Psalms 8, verse 3. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained.
See that? The heavens, that is what it's talking about. What he ordained from the beginning of the creation. That's the first day he ordained them. You know what I'm saying? let's go to Hebrews chapter 1 real quick, right? I know I'm going fast, but you can always rewind and go through these scriptures. Damn, where's it? Okay, Hebrews chapter 1. And verse, start at 9. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. I want to get straight to the point. Go to verse 10. Just go straight to the verse 10.
Hebrews chapter 1 verse 10. And thou, Lord, in the beginning hast laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the works of thine hands.
And this is what we just read in Psalm chapter 8 verse 3.
Right.
See that? In the beginning, has laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of thine hands. All right? Now let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4. All right? What is the work of his hands? Those same lights. We get in the New Testament too. It don't matter, man. Right? But that's what it's talking about in Genesis chapter 1 and 1. It's talking about the constellations, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and I think it's 6. Yep, verse 6.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts.
Right.
To give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ.
Right, so that light, he commanded that light to shine out of what? Darkness. This is what you get in Genesis 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? It was dark and void. Let's go there real quick. Let's go back to Genesis. Genesis 1. Genesis. And we're going to read 1 and 1 again. Because, we know some of our people slow as hell. Yeah. And they done forgot already what we read. And y'all go back and rewind and, you know what I'm saying, look at this over again. Some of our people slow as hell, and they're going to want to be prideful and dumb as hell. Right. And just stick to bury their head in the sand and act like nothing was, you know what I'm saying, no understanding was brought out. They're going to play fucking dumb, bro. And they're going to say, think that heavens in Genesis 1 and 1 is talking about the third heavens. God created the third heavens. You know what I'm saying? And that light in Genesis 1 and 3 is Yahweh Shai. And that darkness was Satan or sin.
Dumb as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Being dumb as hell, bro. Well, our people, we know we love to be dumb and proud and dumb, right, too.
And real quick, we're talking about the teachers.
Yeah.
We're not talking about you
we
brothers and sisters that are following, that are trying to get. We're talking about the brothers that are teaching that Saturday and that garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, you followers. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just the blind that's being led by the blind and willing dumb.
Right.
Willing, yeah, right?
There we go. Right. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the earth was without form and void.
So the earth, now I'm saying the earth was there, because we see IUIC say the earth was not there. The earth was there. It said the earth was without form, meaning without form, meaning no mountains was formed, no hills was formed, no valleys was formed for the rivers to run through. And you know what I'm saying? The earth was without form and void. It was, you can see it. It was under the waters. Go ahead, bro.
Right. And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
The face of the deep is the waters that was present. You know what I'm saying? But the earth was under the waters. The Lord then caused the mountains to come forth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
Right. Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Go ahead.
And God said, let there be light. And there was light.
Right. See, and they say that's Christ. No. What about the darkness? So darkness, you know what I'm saying? And we just read this in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6. God caused the light to shine out of darkness. So you mean, we know Yahweh Shai was without sin. So was he in sin at first? You know what I'm saying? Was he in darkness? God called him out of sin into existence?
Right. Or like you were saying, or that darkness was Satan. That means, okay, so the Most High created Satan.
So did the Most High create Satan first?
You see,
that's bullshit, bro.
Brothers don't think shit through.
They don't think it through, bro. They just be saying shit, bro. You know what I mean? And no, sin was not first before Yahweh Shai. None. Whatever you try to make darkness seem like, no, that's just pitch dark. That's all it's talking about. It's not no sin or Satan. The light is not Yahweh Shai. You brothers are crazy, man. Right? It's retarded, man. And how we know it's talking about light or sun. Someone started right. Read verse 5 real quick.
Verse 5, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
He didn't call the day, the light my son. You know what I'm saying? Or like you read in Isaiah 9, the Prince of Power, Prince of Peace, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't read all those titles. It says day, and the darkness he called night. It's plain and simple. Now, check this out now. Jump to verse 16.
Verse 16, and God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night.
He didn't create them. He made the greater light to rule the day. That's what it means by he made two great. He made the greater light, meaning the sun, to rule the what?
The day.
He made the greater light to rule the day, the sun to rule the day. Not Yahweh. It's not talking about Yahweh Shai. It's not talking about Christ or Jesus. Who, you know what I mean? Go ahead. And the what?
And the lesser light.
The lesser darkness.
The lesser light to rule the night.
Yo! The lesser light to rule the night. What is that light talking about? If the darkness is Satan or sin, what is that light? You know what I'm saying? That rule, you know what I'm saying? The lesser light. Because you can't say that's Yahweh Shai. He rules over Satan. It's that lesser light. These are key points. Lesser light, greater light. So if the greater light was Yahweh Shai, what is that lesser light? He calls Satan as a light? Yeah, he's the light bearer. You know, a lot of people say, I'm calling shit. This is, you know what I mean? They are demons, bruh. But let's go to 2nd Ezra, right? Chapter 6. Let's get some understanding. Because this is where the precept must be upon precept. 2 or 3 witnesses. No, matter of fact, let's get those scriptures first before we go here. So it'll already be in our people. We know our people are slow, so you got to help them. You got to lead them. You know what I'm saying? Sheep. They're sheep.
Yeah.
They're sheep. So you got to lead them to the understanding. You can't just expect them to understand that precept must be upon precept or 2 or 3 witnesses. You can't expect their brain to click because they think they can have one witness. You know what I'm saying? Genesis 1:14 say he made. No, Genesis 1:16 say he made. That means created. When I make something, what is that? An invention, right?
See, interjecting like Morn.
Woo! You know how people dumb, slow as hell. They're, you know what I'm saying, willingly dumb, man. So we got to bring out scriptures like this. Get which one you got?
I went Isaiah 13, but I didn't know exactly which
Let me get through our precepts. I get understanding. Okay. Then before I hate a false way, Psalms 119, and then I get some of these 2 witnesses, man. I just get a couple of them, right?
Psalm chapter 119, verse 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Right.
Therefore I hate every false way.
Right, through the precepts. And we know Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 28:9.
29:10.
Precept must be upon precept. Line upon line. Precept must be upon another precept. It's not just precept. All you have to do is find one precept and that's cool. Just like the fake Christian. Did they find John 3:16? Do they get another precept to line up with John 3:16? If it was true, saying all nations are loved by God. No, they can't get another precept to say that. See what I'm saying? But precept must be upon precept. Therefore, I hate every false way, right? Where's that in Matthew 18, bro? Where it says, let me see.
Take the first few verses. Maybe like 11. Yeah, verse 16.
All right.
Say Matthew chapter 18, verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
And he got that from the law. He said, in the mouth of 2 or 3, not in the mouth of 1 witness. Everything has to be established in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, right? Just like Deuteronomy 19:15 say, right? And John 8:17, 2 Corinthians. He got other precepts there, but yeah. So 2 or 3 witnesses. Let's get that one in Deuteronomy 9:15 real quick. Let's get 2 or 3 witnesses. See what Christ said? He was quoting Deuteronomy 15, the law, when he said that at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. That's not only talking about putting somebody to death. That's just talking about in general, when you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, thus saith the Lord, you have to go to the scriptures. Precept must be upon precept, meaning one witness must be upon another witness. That's what precept upon precept is. One witness upon another witness. Who are the witnesses? Moses, Isaiah, Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Hosea, Micah. Give me some Malachi. You know what I'm saying? The apostles. You know what I'm saying? Going through Matthew, John, Luke. Yeah, all through the scriptures. Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiastes, the book of Lamentation, the book of Baruch. These are witnesses. Those are the witnesses. Now, when you're talking about Google, that's not a witness.
No.
When you go into freaking the book of Enoch, that's not a witness.
Jubilee and
Jubilee.
Asher. What else another got that? Philo and Josephus.
Josephus and Philo. Those are not witnesses. Edomite slides on goddamn Google. You know what I'm saying? Those are commentary. Or commissary. Is it commissary? No, commissary is what prisoners get. Right. Commentary, right? Christianity commentaries are not, that's not witnesses. Right? So go ahead and read that, bro. We're finna get right back to it.
Right. Deuteronomy 19, verse 15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for a sin of any that he sinneth.
See, yeah, one man can't rise up against one man for a sin or iniquity which he sinneth. Go ahead.
At the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, shall the matter be established.
Right, that's within the law. 2 or 3 witnesses have to be established. You know what I'm saying? That's what going through the you know what I'm saying, the laws of God. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to establish what is law and what is false doctrine. Right? When you brother say, oh, that's your doctrine, all that shit. No, you have to prove that it's not, you know what I'm saying, what the brothers are bringing out. It's not in the scriptures 2 or 3 witnesses or more. Your brothers is crazy as hell. They retarded, man. You know what I'm saying? Saturday, you can't find them another witness with at Genesis 1:14 and 1:16 shit, which all say God created the sun, moon, and stars on the 4th day. Because when we go to we're finna go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6 right now. This is the Ezra. He has the same, like I'm talking about damn near identical layout of creation, like Moses experienced, what the Lord gave Moses the experience of. You know what I'm saying? The experience of the creation when God went through the creation those 6 days and he rested 7 days. He gave Ezra the same exact experience or vision. You know what I'm saying? You brothers is crazy as hell, man. Y'all bypass this because it don't say the 7th. They know it don't say Saturday and it don't. Woo, y'all looking crazy as hell, man. It's crazy as hell, bro. But let's go ahead and get it, bro. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, but start at 38, show them that it's talking about creation.
Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 38. And I said, O Lord, thou spakest from the beginning of the creation, even the first day, and saidest thus, let heaven and earth be made, and thy word was a perfect work.
Ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? So let heaven and earth be made. So come on now. Jump to verse 40. This is Yahushua. So he wasn't the firstborn of every creature. If day 3, I mean not day 3, but verse 3 from Genesis 1 and 3, which is verse 40 in 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Go ahead.
Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 40. Then commanded thou a fair light to come forth of thy treasures, that thy work might appear.
That his work might appear. Oh yeah, Yahushua came forth and he created everything. The heaven and earth was created. We already read in Hebrews chapter 1 that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord created the heaven and the earth. They're the work of his hands. We just read that. Now we could go into Colossians chapter 1 and 16. We go in the book of Peter where he says the same thing. We don't have to do all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are witnesses, but we don't have to get all of those witnesses. Matter of fact, okay. Hold on, man. Let me see something real quick, because I think I put that in here. I'm going to do you a favor. Let me see if I can find a foundation. I think it said foundation. right. Let me see. Yep. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 20. Give me that real quick, bro. But it started 19 and then read 20.
All right. For the book of 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 20. 19. But with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot.
All right, so it's talking about Yahushua. Go ahead.
Who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world.
See? He was foreordained before the foundation, meaning the foundation of the earth. That's what this context is talking about. You know what I'm saying? He was foreordained before. That's another witness, man. Peter is another witness to what was told to all, like what was in Hebrew that we read, Hebrews 1 and whatever verse that was. You know what I'm saying? He was foreordained before the foundations of the world, man. So, we will 2nd Ezra 6. Let's go 6. Let's jump to 45 now, the 4th day. Let's go to the 4th day. Let's see if he created the sun, moon, and stars on the 4th day. We said he placed them in the firmament and gave them a command to do their course. Well, you know what I'm saying? The course of time, right? Go ahead.
Right, 2nd Ezra 6:45. Upon the 4th day, thou commandest that the sun should shine.
No, be made.
Thou commandest that the sun should shine.
Be created.
Thou commandest that the sun should shine.
He commanded that the sun should shine. Go ahead.
And the moon give her light.
Go ahead.
And the stars should be in order.
Everything has its course. They're doing their courses. He gave them command to do their courses. You know what I'm saying? Not shine their brightest. He didn't command the moon and sun to shine their brightest. They're doing their course. They're doing their courses. You know what I'm saying? You know the moon got phases. Okay, yes, the sun shines its brightest. Not when it comes up, though. It don't be bright when it first start to rise. It's at its brightest when it's, noonday. When it's high in the sky. That's its brightest. And then, as it wanes and it gets down to going down, you notice that you can look at the sun. It be so dim. And you can look at it when it's coming up, too. It's be dim. But once it start getting up, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's too bright to look at.
Too bright to look at.
You know what I'm saying? But he caused them to shine. This is the main point, too, right here. Verse 46.
46. And gavest them a charge to do service unto man that was to be made.
He gave them their charges, and you know what I'm saying, their circuits, how they go and come, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The moon phase, this is day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 30. Phases of the moon. Ain't just no goddamn 7. 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and or the weekly Sabbath. Ain't no weekly Sabbath.
Ain't no weekly Sabbath.
Sabbath is not a part of the week. You got 6 days shall you labor, but the 7th day is. Let's get that real quick, man. Let's go to Exodus chapter 20. Y'all goddamn, we crazy as hell, man. We crazy as hell, bro. Exodus 20 chapter 9.
Right, Exodus chapter 20 verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Go ahead.
But the 7th. But.
No, it didn't say and.
But.
It say but. 6 days of labor, but that's a line. After that 6 days, you got the slash. It's cut off. That's the week right there. Go ahead.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
That's the 7th day, not the 7th day of the month. It's 7th day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be within your 30, anywhere within your 30 days. Check this out now. Check this out. Look, right here. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say it could be anywhere within your 30 days is a chart of 30 days. You know what I'm saying? You got 15, right? Say we're at the second Sabbath of the month. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and then the 7th day, you're on your 3rd Sabbath of the month. Yep. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th day, you're on the last Sabbath of the month. The 4th Sabbath. It's 4 Sabbaths every month. That right there, what it's talking about, 6 days shall you labor. That could be anywhere. That's what we mean. It could be anywhere within those 30 days. It could be right here in the last week of. What is the Lord talking about when He did the creation? Was it? It wasn't. He was not saying it was the month. It was just 6 days of creation. The 7th day he rested. And he sanctified it. Sanctified it to do what? Within, you know what I'm saying? To place it within those 30 days of the month. Of every month. Yes. We agree with y'all. 6 days he labored, and the 7th day he sanctified and hallowed. Yes. Within those 30, it's 30 days in a month though. It ain't just 7 days. You can't just say 7. 7 and then the next month 7. No, it's not 7 days in a month. It's 30 days in a month. We get that through the scriptures. Come on, y'all. What's going on with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Let's go get that for we mentioned earlier about tabernacles. Let's see what days tabernacle on that. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? And the first day of tabernacles and the last day of tabernacles is the Sabbath. Right here. 15, 20 seconds, like we say. 15, 20 seconds. From this 15th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 days from the 15th. It's going to say this in Leviticus 23. From the 15th. From the first day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what it's talking about. Let's get that, bro.
Right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 39.
Right.
Right. Leviticus 23, verse 39. Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days.
You see that?
On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
I just counted that out for y'all, man. I just counted out that out for y'all. He said on the 15th day it shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day it shall be a Sabbath. That's your 7th day after. You know what I'm saying? He said keep a feast 7 days, but he said the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. 8th day from what? The 15th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 days after 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22nd. Our people we don't know how to count. We need to go back to grade school, bro.
But like I said, there's teachers.
It's sad as hell, man.
Them 20, 30 year damn elders and leaders with that Saturday garbage, they refuse to get some understanding and fix it and repent. They're stubborn and hard-headed.
They scared. I understand y'all see the scriptures, rebuke not an elder. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all hear the scriptures, y'all get scared. You're like, oh man, I don't want to rebuke or correct no elder. You know what I'm saying? So you just going to let him. Ain't no love there. You don't love him. You don't love him. Like Leviticus 19:17 say. When it's talking about rebuke an elder, you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, like try to humiliate him in front of a public crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because Matthew 18 says what? If he, go get that real quick in Matthew 18. We know these basic scriptures. Stop being freaking stupid, man. Y'all can easily talk to him on the side. You don't have to just hey, hold up. Elder, you tripping. You tripping. No, hey, you know what I'm saying? If something irks your nerves that he had brought out, he transgressed against you some type of way, go to him alone and tell him, you know what I'm saying? That's what it says.
That's what it says. Right? St. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
See, shall what?
Trespass against thee.
Right, and we know Saturday and Sabbath, or, you know what I mean? All this, or say, you know what I'm saying? He trespass against you. If a brother sinned against you, go ahead.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
See that? Go ahead.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
And this is what we do. We try to deal with brothers. You know what I'm saying? And brothers try to, you know what I mean? They don't want to deal, bruh. Or they'll try to bring it public and try to blast you. Thinking they did something. Okay, well, set up a date and we'll do this. Now it's cricket. Because this happened, and this happens literally today. We trying to deal with a brother, get some understanding. We told the brother, no, it's not going to be a debate. You're going to be taught. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're going to be taught. Because we did the Saturday thing too. We know it's error. It's wrong. We did the pagan calendar shit. That shit is wrong. We ain't never do that shit that he got going on now. Spring equinox and winter solstice. I ain't hear that shit. That shit was not out back then. Now the brother talking about all kind of shit.
Yeah.
The 13th month, that shit wasn't out in 2012, 2013 when I started getting this understanding. Now brothers coming with all kind of crazy shit, man. What's on Google.
Yeah.
You know know what I'm saying? But we're just trying to, you know what I mean? We're trying to help our people get some understanding. 6 days shall thou labor, but the seventh is the Sabbath. That's not talking about Sunday through Saturday. It has nothing to do with the pagan calendar.
Nothing.
It has nothing to do with the pagan calendar. Why did the Lord say, when we just read in Leviticus 23, he said the 15th shall be the Sabbath. And the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Right. The Lord said that. He didn't say the 14th. Come on now. We know I'm good at math. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 6, 42. 7 times 5, 35. 7 times 4, 28. 4 7s in a month. It says 28, right? No, 28 that's the last of the 6 days of labor of the last week of the you know what I'm saying, within the 30-day month cycle. You know what I'm saying? Look at your 7, 14, 21. Those are all the last day of the. Come on. What is happening? Let me show you what's happening. We know what's happening. Me and his brothers know what's happening. Yep. They're the first day, which is New Moon Day, they're not seeing that as a feast day. They're counting that as a day of labor. That's not a day of labor. That's a feast day of the Lord.
And they're not really counting it, but right.
If you was counting, you should know that's, you know what I'm saying? That's not the first day of labor. Get that real quick. Psalms 81 and 3 real quick. 81, 3 and 4. Right, we're going to show you that New Moon Day is a feast day. It's not a day of labor. You cannot count 6 days shall you labor. It's the New Moon Day. That New Moon Day is the first day of the month. So, that has to be your first day of your 6 days shall you labor. No, hell no. It's not a day that you can work and labor. New Moon is a worship day. Go ahead and get that.
Right, Psalms 81 verse 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
What is the new moon?
Solemn feast day.
New moon is a solemn feast day. The Lord commanded us to blow a trumpet on. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 4. For this was a statute for Israel and a law of the God of Jacob.
It's a statute. The statute is to blow the trumpet on New Moon Day. That's the statute of the New Moon Day. Blow the trumpet. That's one statute of it. Another statute is Amos 8 and 5. You got another statute of the New Moon Day. Amos chapter 8 and verse 5.
Right. Amos chapter 8, verse 5. Saying, when will the new moon be gone that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit?
You see that? When will the new moon be gone that we may sell labor, sell corn? See that? And when will the Sabbath? See that? And when will the Sabbath be gone too? No, that's not talking. They're not together. New moon is not a Sabbath. It's saying, when will the new moon be gone that we may sell corn? Question mark. God damn it. That's one question. And the Sabbath. Here's another question, right? And the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat. And when you get down to making the ephah small and shekel great, falsifying and balanced by deceit. Question mark.
Question mark.
You know what I'm saying? Go to, now get Ezekiel chapter 46 real quick. 46 verse 3. Straight to the point. New moon and Sabbath are two different feast days. Sabbath is a feast. Ain't no damn, it's a different numerical system to count to get to the Sabbath. Different from counting the new moon and all the other feasts. You got a different numerical system that you count all the other feasts, but the Sabbath has just got one simple thing that you do Sunday through Saturday. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to know. 7 days. And then you got the other, you know what I'm saying? The other, man, your brothers are retards, bro. They don't say that nowhere in the scripture. It's no separate numerical system to count to get to the Sabbath, different from the other feast days of the Lord. Go ahead and read that, bro.
Right, Ezekiel chapter 46, verse 3.
Right.
Likewise, the people of the land shall worship at the door of this gate before the Lord. In the Sabbaths.
No. Oh, yeah. In the Sabbath, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead and read it one more time. I thought you were reading one.
Right.
My bad.
Ezekiel 46, 3. Right. Likewise, the people of the land shall worship at the door of this gate before the Lord in the Sabbaths and in the new moons.
See that? In the Sabbaths, plural, the Sabbaths throughout the month, and in the new moons throughout the year. The new moons throughout the year. And the Sabbaths throughout the year. It's 12 new moons throughout the year. It's not 13. It's 12. There's 12 months in the year. Are you freaking retarded? Y'all don't. Come on, man. We got to stop these games. 2 or 3 witnesses, man. Give me that real quick in First Kings chapter 4 verse. I can't remember what the rest is. Right?
1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 7. And Solomon had 12 officers over all Israel.
Right?
Which provided victual for the king and his household.
Right?
Each man his month in a year made provision.
Solomon had 12 officers. That's the key point. Over all Israel, which provided victuals for the king. These people came before the king. 12 officers. They provided victuals for him and his household. Each man his month in a year. They had their own month. It wasn't no 13th goddamn servant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you brothers is just like Esau with that goddamn book. He got a book called The 13th Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy as hell, man. Now get Esther.
Yep.
No, is it Esther?
Mm-hmm. Esther 3 and 7.
Yeah.
Esther chapter 3, verse 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast pur, that is the lot, before Haman, from day to day and from month to month to the 12th month, that is the month of Adar.
So they cast pur from the first month. You get all of that in the same verse. This is verse 7. In the first month, that is in the month of the sun, which is Abib, because they're speaking according to the captivity that they were living in the sun, right? In the first month, in the 12th year of the king Ahasuerus, they cast pur, that is the lot before Haman, from day to day. They're counting day to day, month to month, not week to week. You brothers is crazy. Day to day, month to month, to the 12th month, not 13th month. The 12th month, that is the month of Adar, man. Ain't no damn 13th month. You're priest to witness. We just got 2 witnesses, man. You brothers crazy. Man.
That right there, day to day, month to month. You shouldn't be talking about no damn weeks.
Man, it's crazy as hell, bro. Day to day, month to month. Good, get Psalm 90 verse 12, man. This, I should have bought this one out first, but hey, it is what the Spirit let me bring it out right now because it might ring a couple bells and spirits, or plant that seed in a couple spirits. Okay, everybody ain't gonna get this, man. So the Lord probably wants somebody to get this understanding. So he called me to freestyle it like this, to bring it out like this, because somebody gonna be touched by this, man. Right? Go ahead.
Right, Psalm chapter 90, verse 12. So teach us to number our days.
Our weeks.
Our days.
He said, teach us to number our days. We have to number our days. It's 30 days within a month. We have to number them. In order to, you know what I'm saying, reset and go to the next month, you have to number and count and observe. How you know, you know what I mean? How you know what day you're in if you're not counting and observing? The pagan calendar ain't telling you what the Lord is trying to show you. Pagan calendar ain't finna show what the Lord is trying to show you to get to this feast days. You don't get Feast of Tabernacles on the pagan calendar. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Day of Atonement, you know what I'm saying? Feast of Dedication, Feast of Purim. You don't get that on the pagan calendar. You can't look at that and see those holy days.
None of it.
Come on, man. Y'all know this, so we shouldn't even be thinking about that pagan calendar. It says, so teach us to number our days. That's plural. Days. That's more than 7. It's 30 days in a month. We could get the scriptures to that, but I'm not even going to go further. I'm going to just leave it there because I'm going to be going up.
Yeah, man.
I'm going in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, all praise. I just wanted to show that, you know, man, this is a big country. But hey, it is what it is. This got to happen. But we know the majority is going to go that wide gate. Majority is going to go that wide gate. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not in the world in totality, we know our brothers that's in the knowledge of the truth, they're you know what I'm saying, which is the 1/3, they're not 144. You brothers keep it Saturday, you're not 144. So you're still in error, but you're still attached to the Lord in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But that's not giving a pass and saying, oh, it's okay what y'all doing. Hell no, you're in error.
Yeah.
And then you thinking you finna go into the wilderness and the Lord's gonna teach you to count. That's why y'all saying that shit. Yeah, we don't say that shit. Why? Because we know we got the true understanding of how to get the feast days. We ain't saying, oh, if it ain't right, we gonna go into the wilderness, the Lord gonna show us, you know what I'm saying, that Saturday was the Sabbath and we gonna learn to keep it the right way. No, ain't gonna be no teaching in the wilderness. Lord coming back with a flaming sword, man. He's gonna destroy all sinners and disobedient Israelites, man. And people that's of this world, brothers and sisters that's of this world. It is what it is. Y'all know that. We ain't got to go through the scriptures unless you want to get a couple of them. Okay, yeah. I mean, so it is what it is, man. I mean, we know we're not gonna reach everybody. It just get annoying hearing you brothers, you know what I'm saying? Teaching wrong. Yeah, man, doing 3-4 hour videos. Talk, you know what I'm saying?
Or other damn sources.
Talking.
No Bible. That's what brothers don't realize. You can't prove Saturday in the Bible. You can't. You have to go to other sources. We asked a simple question, like I mentioned earlier. What determines your 6 days of labor? You see that? How do you know when it's the third day of labor?
Oh, I can just look at the calendar. You fucked up already.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's where they're in the trap. How do you know what your 6 days labor? Okay, how do you know it's the fourth day of labor? How do you know when it's the second day of labor? How do you know when it's prep day? Because you know how some people got jobs that they work nights, brothers truck, and they doing all this shit, and they lose track of timing to what they have to do to know what day it is. You got to go to that pagan calendar.
Yep. Not with the Lord, though. It's not so. So it is what it is, man. Shalom, grace and peace, y'all.
Shalom, grace and peace, right? Night 4, according to the heavens. Shalom.